Please familiarize yourself with computerization all the more. The pandemic might persist for some time. The vaccine will, God willing, come, but we might have to refrain from having large gatherings or physical hearings for quite some time. The wheels of justice cannot grind to a halt, and that is what is the message being sent from the apex court up to the district court, down to the district court. You might also have to, in that view of things, compete with the foreign law firms, because if this virtual hearing system continues, which it is likely to for quite some time, you will have to compete with foreign law firms with much finer wherewithal required for a law professional. I would not suggest that there is any element of superiority in them. All that I am suggesting is that we should be ready to face the outside world. Boys and girls who are viewing it, please remember the success of a litigation, be it on the civil side or on the criminal side, depends on the first pleadings offered by you at the trial. Take, for example, the civil suit. Devote your time, understand the pleadings, search the law on the point, modulate the pleadings to the permissible extent with the law which you have found out. Apply your mind to a view which you may find apparent discordant to the line of pleadings which you are adopting or which the circumstances permit you. Insofar as the criminal matters are concerned, please devote your time to the first anticipatory bail application or bail application. The defense to be taken, a defense taken at the earliest might very well give you rich dividends ultimately at the trial. Yes, of course, the constitutional matters are argued before the apex court and the high court, and we have great legal luminaries over there. At the same time, in the trial courts, the young people, the drafting which they do, the competence with which they undertake the job of drafting, very frankly speaking, that determines the final outcome of litigation. Yes, of course, the credit would ultimately go to the people who argue matters in the superior courts. That apart, there is a grievance, not very infrequently aired, that a particular point raised during the course of the arguments did not come to be noticed by a particular presiding officer in the judicial courts. I would not obviously comment upon the validity or otherwise thereof. But well, you can take care of your interest, whether it is the CRPC or the CPC. It provides you an opportunity to file written arguments. Please avail of it. You file written arguments, detail the contentions therein, which you would have otherwise conversed at the time of physical hearing. Obviously, then the responsibility of dealing with those pleadings, with those contentions, would go over to the presiding officers of the judicial courts concerned. This will also enable you to be adopting a method of brevity. You can also prepare synopses of the pleadings. At present, there is no practice of preparing synopsis in the trial courts. You can adopt it. I do not think anybody is going to have a grievance with it, because it will also facilitate the judicial officer to appreciate the contentions being raised in the pleadings and the contentions being conversed on the basis thereof in their relatability to the evidence adduced. All these things done Sky is the limit for you, boys and girls. You would be helping the judicial courts not only to take care of the pendency, but also to arrest the increase in the number of pendency. These are temples of justice. You are officers of court. You are a part of the system. You are no lesser important than the presiding officers of the judicial courts. You are performing a religious duty, as I've repeatedly said, when you make your endeavor to get the needy litigant justice. Do it competently, and God will definitely help you. For today, this is the only sentiment which I can share with you. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai
Sir,
Bharat.